Ja. Willkommen, willkommen zum dritten Versuch. So. Der letzte Versuch. Aller guten Dinge sind ja bekanntlich 3. Und jetzt werde ich mal tun, was er mir sagt. Immer. Egal, was ich tue. Was er will. Und
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign
Ja,
of
das haben wir
something?
alles schon gesehen.
He hoped it
Danke,
was.
danke.
He
Guten
hoped
Tag.
very much that it was.
Ja, Tag, schönes Bild, ja. Grüß dich.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On his left. And I go to the left side. So. Was hat er denn Schönes? Hier, Meeting
Yet there
Room.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Naja, komm. Room Closet. Ach, die Treppen
Coming to
wieder.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ich könnte natürlich auch nach unten gehen, ne? Aber okay, wir gehen mal runter. Hoch. Der hat's aber schön hier.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Achso, hier.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumb. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Mach ich. Gehabt euch wohl, ein Scheibengleiser.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Mysteriös, mysteriös. Ich traue mich gar nicht immer dazwischen zu labern, wenn der gute Herr hier mir was ins Ohr flüstert.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Jo. Na, wir haben ja gesagt, wir machen alles, ne? Wir machen alles. Okay. Greetings.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Klar, haben wir. Wir haben die Kraft. Wir sind Hiemens Vater. Was ist denn das für ein Scheiß hier? So. Klick
Now the
an.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Voll Matrix hier. Was haben wir? 147, ne? Wo war das denn? 147, der da unten. Mit den vielen Akten. Der zweite von unten in der Mitte. Aha, Glückwunsch. Nick.
This mind control facility,
Geil.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Scheinbar.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, und wie mache ich das? Da oben. Konsole disabled. Ja, passiert recht wenig. Ich gehe mal hier hoch. Lass mal danach kicken, was da los ist. Ding, 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 ding. 4. Ach, gibt es irgendwo 05? Und wir müssen das in der Reihenfolge abklappustern. Habe ich den zuerst, dann den, dann 4, achso. 1. Äh? 1. 2. Wo ist der dritte Knopf? Den geht's wahrscheinlich wieder nicht. 5. Ja, was ist das? Ah, die 3. 3. Wer weiß, was da wieder dahinter steckt. So. 4. Aber das klang gerade, als wäre es falsch. 5. Dort hinten. Und wenn das nicht geht, drücke ich diesen roten Knopf da. Und dann gehen wir weiter. Ja, es leckt mich doch. Aha. Ist ein riesengroßer, nicht funktionierender Knopf. Ach, leck mich doch. Na gut, doch noch nicht. Hier ist noch ein 10. Ja, wir gehen mal weiter. Pfeift da drauf. Mir doch egal. Oh, mein Controls idle awaiting input. Na, wir putten mal in.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Jo.
Blackness and a
So schnell
rising
ist es durch.
chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Ist doch bestimmt wieder nur ein Fernseher.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, schön. Der dritte Versuch. Klappt immer. Ah, wir waren Nummer 427. Verdammte Axt, nicht 147. Na, egal. Lustig war es auf alle Fälle. Mal gucken, vielleicht mache ich mal irgendwann mal noch einen Run. Muss ich mir aber vorher nochmal angucken, wie ich mich entschieden habe. Um mich einfach nochmal ein bisschen anders zu entscheiden und gucken, was dann auch schiefgelaufen ist. Und damit bin ich raus. Das war's. Ciao mit Au.